Test, test, test. Test, test, test. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Test, test. Welcome, everybody, for Wichita Wizards basketball right here on the KCAC network. We're going to turn it over to our public address announcer, David Dunn, and he's going to walk you through the starting lineups.
First, for the visiting Twisters of Central Kansas, a 6'2" guard from Midland University, number 2, Brian Weber. A 6'1" guard from Bethel, number 3, Parker Austin. A 6'5" forward from Wichita Heights, number 4, Kevin Merritt. A 6'8" forward from Garden City Community College, number 10, Mike Barnes. And a 6' guard from Pilgrim Christian, number 15, Andrew Miller. The Twisters are 0-5, coached by Terry Stuckey in his first season, assisted by Mike Schilhoff. And now, introducing the starting lineup for your Wichita Wizards. A 6'2" guard from Friends University, number 1, Bobby 6'7" forward from Neosho Community College, number 11, Darren Lee. A 6'1" guard from Wichita South, number 23, DJ Cho. And a 6'6" forward from Sterling College, number 31, Cavante Kenny. The Wizards are 7-0, coached by Johnny Murdoch.
Thank you to David for giving us today's starting lineups as the Wizards and the Central Kansas Twisters get ready to tip off. Wizards come in with a record of 7-0. They won their last game before the holiday last week, and coming into this one, that was our last game, which was in this facility at the Garvey Center at Friends University. And the Central Kansas Twisters are coming off of a loss. They are 0-5 as the ball is tipped between Wichita's Darren Lee, who wins the opening tip against Mike Barnes, and the Wizards will start with the basketball. Here's June Murdoch, drives to the far baseline, gives it over to DJ Jones, dribbles at the top of the key. Now Murdoch in the left corner, three, no good. And Barnes able to get the rebound. Up into the front court with the basketball is Andrew Miller. Miller trying to drive all the way in with a left-handed runner, missed the initial shot, but the putback is good by Barnes. And Barnes makes it a 2-0 score in favor of the Twisters. Wizards with a basketball. Darren Lee, left corner. Out to Conley at the top of the key. 13 on the shot clock. Cavante Kenny, he'll pop a three and drills it. Cavante Kenny, second game in a Wizards uniform out of Sterling College. Makes it 3-2 Wizards. As that will be put into the front court. Here by Parker Austin. Gives it up to Mike Barnes. His three is up and good. He's got a quick five. Makes it 5-3 Twisters. And the Twisters in a full court press, a 1-2-2. Wichita able to break that into the front court. Poppy Conley into the lane. DJ Jones, and that turnaround jumper no good. And the rebound is picked up there by Kevin Marin. Marin into the front court. Parker Miller. Mike Barnes, turnaround jumper in the lane, and he's got all 7 points so far for the Twisters. 7-3 Twisters with the lead. They try and double the basketball. Cavante Kenny into the front court, drives to the left elbow. He has the ball turned over. Here's Parker Austin all the way down the lane, and he has that one knocked off the glass, and it's going to be a goaltend. Parker Austin, his first two. And it makes it 9-3 with 10 minutes and 7 seconds to go here in the first quarter. A little bit careless in the early going here for the Wizards. Cavante Kenny gets a bounce pass, tries to drive into the lane, and we have a charge. Or did they call a travel? No, it's a charge. So Cavante Kenny.
Direction and offensive foul does not count as a team foul.
So the ball into the front court. Almost pulling up from long range was Andrew Miller. Miller gets the ball back on a give and go. Here's Mike Barnes. Grabs the rebound out top. And a three is good by Brian Weber from the left wing. And he makes it 12-3 Twisters. Off to a strong start here on the road. And now Darren Lee, a give and go back to June Murdoch, drives into the lane, jump stop, and he got fouled on the arm. And that will be Parker Austin. That's his first personal foul. Inbounding underneath the Twisters hoop. Cavante Kenny, nice move, and it laid on top of the rim and rolls good. There for Cavante Kenny, who's got all 5 points so far for the Wizards. Twisters into the front court. Miller drives into the lane, bounces it off the backboard and good. Andrew Miller, an interesting story. Makes it 14-7, but then Darren Lee quickly into the front court, and he drives up with a right-handed runner. Now the Wizards try and trap out at the timeline. Into the front court. Barnes, three, left corner, no good. Too strong. Poppy Conley looking to run. Into the front court. Here's a quick pass up ahead. Miller looked like he was fouled on the arm, and that did not fall through with a jam attempt. And now DJ Jones able to step in front of a pass. Can't get to the bouncing ball. And now it's tipped off of Darren Lee. And that will be Wizards basketball as he blocks Parker Austin. I thought that was going to be Twisters basketball. It looked like Lee hit the ball and it went out of bounds, but they're saying it hit Parker Austin's hand after Lee blocked it. So Twisters ball, 14-7 with 8:20 to go in the first quarter. Darren Lee into the front court, behind the back pass. Murdoch up top, Conley. Poppy Conley, a no-look pass, and into the lane. That's good there from Cavante Kinney. And he makes it 14-9. Miller into the front court. Gets that to Kevin Marin. He'll pop a three right over Darren Lee, and that is good. Darren Lee was right in his face. He looked over at the Wizards bench in disbelief. And here's DJ Jones with an up and under move, and that didn't go. Ball's on the floor. Jones able to track down the rebound. Cavante Kinney fakes a three to the left elbow. That's no good. Rebound to Darren Lee, and he got fouled from behind. And that will go against Parker Austin. Well, no, they're calling it on Brian Weber, not Austin, so that will be a shooting foul. 17-9 Twisters, 7:36 left here in the first quarter. Darren Lee to the free throw line. First attempt for the Wizards, and that one falls off the front rim, no good. Darren Lee, this is his first free throw attempts of the season. And that one is in and good. He's got 3 points, and he makes it 17-10. And now the Wizards trying to put some pressure on the basketball. That's stolen from behind. Into the front court. Jones all the way in, and he tries to jam that with the right hand, and he got hammered to the floor there by Andrew Miller. That will be a shooting foul. So DJ Jones will go to the line. Jones is 20% from the, my mistake, from the free throw line. He's 55.6%. Darren Lee from the free throw line, 45.5%. I was looking at the wrong line for both those guys, so my apology. First one is no good from Jones. Second one is true. And he makes it 17-11. Parker Austin to the backcourt, trapped by 3 players as DJ Jones got a piece of that, but it came free, and now a 3-ball attempt from Weber is blocked. Behind the back pass up the floor by Darren Lee. Gets that to Kenny. He'll drive with a Euro step, got caught near the baseline and hit the side of the backboard. Back the other way, a 3-on-1. Here's Miller, and that bounce pass went off the leg of June Murdoch. Austin thought he was fouled on the hand, but that will result in a ball out of bounds on the Wizards. 17-11 Twisters. And we'll get some fresh legs on the floor for both teams as Ayungma comes on the floor for Wichita, as does Terrence Moore. Jeremiah May is in. Austin looking to inbound up top. Barnes with a fake, jab step to the left wing. And now Andrew Miller will pop a three. Ayungma gets the rebound as that went in and out. Poppy Conley into the front court. He missed that off the side of the rim. No good, and it goes out of bounds. So Wichita not shooting all that well here in the early going. And into the basketball game with the ball on the far side of the floor is Marquise Wilson for the Twisters. Steps to a double team, gets it to Barnes. One-on-one against Kenny. Turns in front there of Ayungma, and he had the ball knocked out of bounds and actually went off of Cavante Kenny, so they'll keep it right here with the Twisters. So the ball is inbounded Over to Andrew Miller, and he dribbled it on the sideline. So it's out of bounds, back to the Wizards. 6:32 remaining in the first quarter. June Murdoch will dribble into the front court, top of the key. He'll pop a three. Good. June Murdoch from straight away makes it 17-14. 6:15 to go in the first quarter. And we got a foul here on Terrence Moore. Reach-in foul over on the far sideline. So that will be inbounded here by Parker Austin. Austin almost commits a 5-second violation, gets it to Jeremiah May, turns near the left elbow, up and under, and he got the roll. Murdoch with another three, right over Andrew Miller. He's 2 for 2 from behind the arc. And it cuts the lead that was once 17-9 to 19-7. Or 19-17. Barnes, Austin fakes the three, almost traveled, and he tried to throw that over to the far wing, and that goes out of bounds. Off of Wilson's hand. So it'll be a full timeout here for the Wichita Wizards.
Clean air ducts improve indoor air quality, reduce allergy risks and respiratory problems. Clean air ducts can also.
So the Wizards on a 7-0 run right now.
Call Jersey's Elite Cleaning so you can breathe easy.
As we have a timeout on the floor. Wichita Wizards basketball presented by a number of great sponsors. We want to make sure that we give thanks to all of those terrific sponsors of helping us out this season. Wichita Wizards basketball presented by Fuzzies.
Want the Wizards to make an appearance at your next big event?
Also the Wizards presented by Ike Cryo.
To book your appearance now.
Wizards basketball presented in part by Colonel's Popcorn Express. Support the Wizards and grab some great popcorn. All proceeds from the gourmet popcorn sales go directly to the Wizards' expenses. Also want to say thank you to Strickland Road Services and Cargill, great partners of Wizards basketball. So leading the way so far for the Wizards is June Murdoch. He's got 6. Cavante Kenny has 7. Darren Lee's got 3. DJ Jones with 1. Mike Barnes has got 7 points. And then 4 other players have a bucket. And nobody else has got 3 or more points for the Wizards, or for the Twisters. We come out of the media timeout with Curtis Profit entering the basketball game. Ayangma, Moore, Cavante Kenny, and June Murdoch for the Wichita Wizards. So the ball will be inbounded over to June Murdoch. Dribbles into the front court. Curtis Profit Jr. The Twisters are now in a zone. A 1-3-1 look as Ayangma will pop a 3. Far wing, and he buries it. And the Wizards have their first lead, up 20-19. Andrew Miller into the front court. May, Marquise Wilson left wing. On the near baseline is Miller, and he tries to drive Terrence Moore. The ball went out of bounds. Miller was trying to draw a foul, but ball is now back over to Wichita with 5 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the first quarter. And we have a whistle here. Officials timeout. And into the basketball game for the Twisters will be Jalen McClish. One of the 2 McClish brothers on the roster for the Central Kansas Twisters. The ball will be inbounded by Murdoch. Profit top of the key. Guarded by Wilson. To the right elbow. Down low. Kenny. And he gets fouled there by Jeremiah May.
Foul is on the Twisters, Jeremiah May. His first personal team's fourth. Ball awarded to the Wizards.
Jeremiah May is... Excuse me, I put the foul on the wrong player, but one of the 7 players that used to play for the Wichita Wizards that are now with Central Kansas, and that 3-ball didn't go. Wichita will have to get back defensively. McClish over to Parker Austin. 1-on-1 against Murdoch, looking for a screen. Tries to drive into the lane. That hit a foot. Youngman gets to a loose ball. Curtis Profit, Terrence Moore into the front court. Moore gets around the defender and it drives with a left-handed runner and scores. Terrence Moore, his first bucket, makes it 22-19. Mike Barnes over the timeline. Jeremiah May spinning, and he's going to be called for the travel. He had a step there on Nyangma, but didn't put the ball down first. And now the Wizards will get the ball back. It's Curtis Profit Jr. 1-on-1 against Wilson. Into the lane. Murdoch for the left corner. Drives around McClish. No look pass. Cavante Kenny tries to go up with the right hand. No good. Off the front rim. And Mike Barnes gets it back. Parker Austin, 1-on-1 against Terrence Moore. Drives around the defender. That ball was stolen as it was intended for McClish. 3-on-1. Here's Kenny. Two-handed slam down the lane. And he starts barking at Mike Barnes. Cavante Kenny with 9. Makes it 24-19. Jeremiah May. Top of the key, over to McClish. Jalen McClish will pop it from inside the arc. Rebound picked up on the miss. There's a chance there from Jeremiah May, and he's fouled on the turnaround jumper. And that'll be a shooting foul. And it's on June Murdoch. That's June's first personal foul, shooting foul. Wizards' second team foul. And this will be Jeremiah May's first of the game from the charity stripe. And he hits the first one. Rajon Barber into the game. Mike Barnes will come out. 3:22 to go first quarter. 24-20 Wizards. Jeremiah May, his second is up. And that's too strong, and we get a lane violation on the Wizards. So lane violation on Wichita, so May will get another crack at it. .321 first quarter. Jeremiah May. That one is way short off the side of the rim, but Yagma got a piece of it, and so the ball will stay here with the Twisters. Parker Austin looking to inbound. Getting a piece of that was Curtis Profit, and now Ayama with a steal up the floor, and he drives in and jams it home with 2 hands. So Steph's got 5. 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go in this first quarter. Barber at the top of the key, gives it to McClish, drives around here to the near wing, and that floater didn't go. Wichita looking to run again. Curtis Profit stops, pops, and that hits the backboard and goes in. Looked like it was going to roll off for Curtis Profit's first 2. And the Wizards continue on this run as the ball is now with Parker Austin. Austin driving down the left lane line. It came free to Jeremiah May, and he puts home the loose ball and scores. So the Wizards up 28-22. The Wizards on a 11-4 run right now, and here's a 3 from Profit, and he buries that one. Curtis Profit Jr. from the left corner. 31-22. Here's a long outlet pass, hit the backboard. Back the other way is Darren Lee. He tries to drive to the rim, and he's fouled on the arm. There by Barber.
Well, is on the Twisters, Rajon Barber, his first personal team's fifth.
So that's Barber's first personal foul. That'll be a shooting foul. Fifth personal, or first team foul rather, on the Twisters. But Darren Lee will go to the line. Again, Darren is a 45.5% free throw shooter. First one, no good. Darren came into the game 5 for 11 from behind the charity stripe. And he's 1 for 3 here in this one. And the second one is good.
Also entering for Central Kansas, Mike Barnes.
So Mike Barnes will come into the basketball game, and taking his place, he takes Jeremiah May's place. So Barnes in for May. 32-22, a 10-point Wizards lead. Minute 42 to go in this first quarter. There's an inbounds pass, pass up the floor. And that hit somebody's foot, so it'll be a Twisters inbounds here on that far sideline. 32-22 Wizards. Weber looking for the inbounds, gets it over to McClish. Back to Weber, fakes the shot. He got Conley off his feet, but tried to go low into the block, and that goes out of bounds, out of the reach of Mike Barnes. So the ball back over to Wichita with a minute 30 remaining here in the half, or in the quarter. Curtis Profit from the near corner. Poppy Conley drives the lane. That ball is popped off of a hand. Quick pass into the front court, and Parker Austin able to put that one off the backboard with a layup. Now Terrence Moore almost turned that over, but Poppy Conley gets to it. Here's Curtis Profit, had a chance to take the three, decided not to, and then Darren Lee into the block. That was intercepted. Parker Austin back the other way for Central Kansas. One-on-one, guarded by Conley. Tries to get that over to McClish, and that was nowhere near Jalen McClish, and he kind of put his hands up in the air looking like, where was that pass? And we get a timeout called by the Wizards. We'll take a quick break. Back after this, the Wizards up 32-24. Welcome back here at the Garvey Center on the campus of Friends University. Friends University basketball presented by Strickland Road Services, Wichita, Wellington, South Haven, and Bremen. Visit them online at stricklandservice.com. Also want to say thank you to Mulligan's Pub, their 25th anniversary this year. Mulligan's Pub on the east side of Wichita. Make sure they give them a try. They got great pizza along with all their other eats on their menu. (32-24) in favor of the Wizards. And they bring it into the front court after the media timeout. Poppy Conley on the left wing almost dribbled into a double team, and he threw the ball away. He was trying to get that over to Curtis Profit, and those two were not on the same page. So a turnover and an unforced error here by the Wizards. Jalen McClish, one-on-one against Curtis Profit. That bounce passes out of the reach of Weber. Quick pass ahead into the front court. Lee, alley-oop, dunked there by Darren Lee as he got it from Terrence Moore. So Darren Lee makes it 34-24 with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. McClish. That ball is almost stolen by Poppy Conley. It hit off of his leg after he had the ball and went right into the front row. Hit one of the patrons over on that far side. Mike Barnes gets the inbounds pass. Doubled there by Curtis Profit. Wichita on a man-to-man. Terrence Moore steps in front of McClish and he knocks the ball out of bounds. 6 seconds on the shot clock, 15 seconds on the game clock. Ball's inbounded there to Parker Austin, and he's fouled there by Darren Lee, it looked like. Now they're going to call this Curtis Profit Jr. his first personal foul, team foul number 3. So Parker Austin will have another chance from the charity stripe. Parker Austin, one of the former Wizards on this Twisters team. He's got 4. His first trip to the line. And he makes the first. Makes it 34-25. Second one up. That one rattles around but goes in. He's got 6 points. The Wizards will try and hold for the last shot of the quarter. Conley, 7 to go. Near the free throw line, here's Darren Lee, turnaround. And that went off the backboard, no good. And Lee was arguing for a call. Parker Austin tries to heave one at the buzzer. And that one didn't go. And so that will bring the end of the first quarter. Wizards will take the lead after being down 17-9 at one point. 34-26 in favor of Wichita. We'll take a break back after this. Welcome back here at the Garvey Center on the campus of Friends University. And near the heart of downtown Wichita, the Wizards have a 34-26 lead as we head into the second quarter. Again, the Wizards were down 19-7 at one point. But the Wizards were able to outscore them 19-6 or 19-7 over the last couple of minutes. Parker Austin, Andrew Miller is back into the game. Weber will drive to the far baseline, steps to the right elbow, got his defender off his feet, but Murdoch got to a rebound off the miss. June Murdoch into the front court, almost double dribble, goes down the baseline. He'll float it from the near side, goes off the side of the rim, no good. Both teams starting out with a couple of misses from the floor. Here's a 3-ball, and that one is true. There from Kevin Marin. He's got 6 and makes it 34-29. Drew Murdoch with a right-handed dribble. Out to Cavante Kenny, top of the key. Back to Murdoch. They look into this 3-2 zone. Kenny trying to drive through it. And a jump ball is going to be called. As Cavante Kenny was trying to step through Andrew Miller there, and Miller tied him up. So the ball being tipped up here between Kenny and Andrew Miller. Andrew Miller able to win that, but he hit it a little bit too far out of the reach of Kevin Marin, and now that's Murdoch with a 3. Was able to get that away before the shot clock expired, but it went off the side of the rim and out of bounds. So it's back over to the Twisters with 10:50 to go in the second quarter. 34-29 Wizards. Weber, Marin 3-ball, That one's no good. DJ Jones had the ball, couldn't hold on to it. And now Parker Austin with an up and under, and he puts that one home. Not sure what happened there. DJ Jones looked like he had the ball. Here's Cavante Kenny, steps to the free throw line, pops it, in and out. Wizards not able to get to the offensive rebound. Mike Barnes will find it. Andrew Miller, cross to Barnes, just inside the arc, that's no good. DJ Jones able to get to the rebound, and that's picked off by Parker Austin, and he lays that one in. He's got 8. So Parker Austin with a couple of steals. He's been able to get this down to a 1-point lead. 34-33 in favor of Wichita. Daniel Moose into the game for the first time. Moose will flip it up top. Murdoch down the lane to the corner. That 3-ball didn't go, but Ayangma got fouled on the arm.
Foul is on the Twisters, Kevin Marin.
So Kevin Marin
At the line for the Wizards is shooting 3.
shooting 3 is Steph Ayangma. First one up, and that's in and out for Steph. Steph, 61.5% from the charity stripe this season. And the second one is good. Steph's got 6 points, makes it 35-33. And the last one of this opportunity, that is good. He went 2 for 3 there. He's got 7 points, makes it 36-33. So the Twisters inbounding. Wichita goes to the full court press. Parker Austin, guarded by Murdoch, over to Barnes. Miller drives into the lane, and he floats that one in. Andrew Miller has got 4. Back to a 1-point Wizards lead. Wizards trying to the Twisters trying to double the basketball. Kinney out top, Murdoch, 3-ball, and it's good. And he thought he was fouled. June Murdoch looking over at the referee, arguing with him, but June Murdoch's all 3 from the floor are 3-balls. Now Kevin Marin answers with another 3. He's got 3 3-pointers as well. So Parker Austin, his second personal foul as Cavante Kenny was trying to bring the ball up the floor. 8:55 to go in the second. 39-38 Wichita. Darren Lee, Murdoch to the baseline. Kenny spinning around, caught underneath the hoop. Then he threw the ball away into the front court, all the way down, and that was Andrew Miller with a tomahawk slam and makes it 40-39. Outran the defense and was able to get right to the rim. And now they're in a 1-2-2 here in zone. Terrence Moore gets around Weber and he puts it in. Terrence Moore's got 4. Two teams exchanging the lead. Andrew Miller trying to draw him all the way down. Missed the initial shot, but Mike Barnes puts it back, and it's good. And Barnes has got 9 points. June Murdoch for the Wizards, 42-41 in favor of the Twisters. Moore steps through a double team, and he hits it off the glass and good. Terrence Moore's got 6. And the Wizards back to a 1-point lead. It's under 8 to go in the half. Andrew Miller over the timeline. Barnes at the free throw line, spins in the lane over Cavante Kenny and hits the jump shot. So Mike Barnes has got 11. And the Twisters lead again, 44-43. Poppy Conley into Terrence Moore. Down to Cavante Kenny. That was blocked on the way up. And now it's Brendan McClish, Jalen's brother, with it. Into the front court, underneath the hoop, that's stolen. And now Moore with a breakaway all the way in, and he finger rolls that. And that's his 8th point of the game. And the Wizards back on top, 45-44. And then that ball is blocked from Kevin Marin. Darren Lee into the front court from Cavante Kenny. Poppy Conley caught in the left corner to Darren Lee. Darren looking for an outlet, gets it to Terrence Moore between the circles. Murdoch will drill one from three, no good. Rebound there to Cavante Kenny, that's too strong. Poppy Conley up on the left hand as he got the rebound, and that didn't go, but he was fouled on the arm.
Foul is on the Twisters, Brian Weber. His second
So that's Weber's second personal foul. Team foul number 3 of the quarter. Conley will take a couple of free throws. First one is good for Conley. Poppy, his first trip to the free throw line this season. Played in just a couple of games for the Wizards. Makes it 46-44. And his second one is good. So Poppy's first 2 points of the game makes it 47-44. Andrew Miller stops, lets a 3-ball go, and he drills that one from downtown. Andrew Miller, he's got 9. And it's a tie game at 47. Poppy Conley into the lane, bounce pass, didn't go, but that's going to be a foul called as Murdoch was trying to catch that underneath the basket. And it's Brendan McClish's first personal foul. That'll be a shooting foul. So June Murdoch to the free throw line. Murdoch 85% from the charity stripe. Again, June has only played in 3 games this year, but he has had 20 attempts and misses that one. 17 for 20 from the line this year for June. Trying to break this tie. 6:17 to go in the quarter. That one is off the glass and it rolls. So June is 1 for 2 from the line.
Go, go, go.
48-47 Wichita. Miller wanted the 3-ball, decided to hold on to it, gets it to Jeremiah May at the right elbow, caught in a triple team. Parker Austin able to get to the rebound. Looked like he traveled. Brendan McClish to May into the lane. That's blocked from behind by Darren Lee. And he's called for the foul.
Fouls on the Wizards, Cavante Kenny.
So they're going to call it on Cavante Kenny, his second personal. And it's a media timeout. So we'll keep it right here. 48-47 Wichita on top. Wichita and Central Kansas played earlier this season. I had the record in my files and I'm having a hard time of finding it. Let's see if I can search the email where I had the results for the Wizards.
For all your marketing needs, contact Pod Print Services and tell them the Wizards sent you. Bites, sights, delights.
The Wizards' last time playing in this facility was on May 24th. Maybe it was May 18th. Let me correct the stats here. All right, there we go. So the Wizards won in the last meeting between these two teams 136-100, and that game was in Heston, home of the Twisters. As the teams will come off the bench here in just a second. Wichita Wizards just called for that foul, so going to the free throw line is Jeremiah May. For Central Kansas, Jeremiah May is 1 for 2 from the line here in this game. 5:55 to go in the second. That one is up and no good. Too strong for Jeremiah May. 1 for 3 now from the line. Second one is right down. So Jeremiah May's got 4 points. Tie game at 48. Poppy Conley, bounce pass, alley-oop. Lee, one-handed hammer. There from Darren Lee. Twisters not defending the baseline, and now here's a steal at the top of the key. Moore trying to go all the way up, off the glass. Rebound didn't go, and that's tipped out of bounds by the Twisters. No, they're going to give it to the to the Twisters. I thought that was 100% tipped out of bounds by Central Kansas. So the Wizards do not get the benefit of the call. Brandon McClish with a basketball. 50-48 Wizards. Good defense on that last drive by Terrence Moore. That was Andrew Miller who got all the way back and kind of forced the shot off the glass. Here's Parker Austin from downtown. That 3 ball from the wing didn't go. Jeremiah May underneath. He got the rebound, and that one off the glass, no good, but a foul on the play. So June Murdoch, second personal foul for June. So Jeremiah May back to the line. He's 2 for 4. That one didn't go. His second one is too strong. Off the back rim. Poppy Conley with it for Wichita against McClish. Gets it to Darren Lee, and a beautiful pass. Darren Lee with the layup. He's got 10 points. Makes it 52-48. Brandon McClish, top of the key, guarded by Darren Lee. He'll pop a 3, and that 3 ball is good for Brandon McClish. His first bucket of the game. Darren Lee across to Conley, finding Cavante Kenny. Fakes the 3 ball, tries to drive on the baseline, gets it to Murdoch, left corner, that one in and out. Parker Austin finds the loose ball, navigates through traffic, into the corner, McClish. That didn't go. Put back there from Andrew Miller. He gets the rebound, went off the side of the rim. Ball is thrown into the front court. Wichita with a 3-on-2. Here's Terrence Moore. That runner didn't fall. Cavante Kenny, he leaned right into Kevin Marin and draws the foul. So Cavante Kenny, third personal foul. He lowered the shoulder trying to get some extra room for himself. And the referee blew the whistle, so the ball back over to the Twisters. 52-51, Wizards on top. 4 minutes to go in the half. Marquise Wilson back into the game. And we're going to get a whistle here near the far baseline. Ball will stay with the Wizards, the Twisters. So Mike Barnes into the basketball game. Kevin Marin will substitute. 52-51 Wizards. DJ Jones will, my mistake, that is Steph Ayangba coming out for Cavante Kenny. Kenny a little bit frustrated as he walks off the floor. Marquise Wilson, free throw line extended right. May in the block. Now Parker Austin trying to drive across the lane. That's intercepted. Darren Lee looking to get an outlet pass, and now it's a 2-on-1. There's an alley-oop for Ayangba, but he decides just to catch it on the floor and then puts it off the backboard and in for Steph Ayangba. Makes it 54-51. 3:26 to go in the half. Here's Jalen McClish. Bounce pass to Marquise Wilson. That's out of bounds. So it's back over to the Wizards. 3:20 to go in the second quarter. 54-51. Wizards on top. Poppy Conley will drive down the middle of the court. Here's Terrence Moore. That alley-oop actually hit the out of the hand of Darren Lee, and he had a defender right in his face, and it still went in. Kind of popped off the defender's hand and Darren's hand, and now Darren will steal the ball on the far sideline, drives up the floor, looks for Terrence Moore, and he was able to move around the defensive Parker Austin, and Terrence Moore gets his 5th field goal of the game, makes it 58-51. And the Wizards, another steal in the front court. Terrence Moore to Murdoch. Conley, foot was on the line. That three didn't go. It's off the front rim, and then Terrence Moore reaching in, knocks it out of bounds. The Wizards on a 4-0 run right now. 2:30 remaining in the half for Jalen McClish. Twisters with the basketball. Terrence Moore trying to strip that away, and we got a jump ball. See, had it briefly as he and McClish were battling. And we're going to get a jump ball here.
Jump ball between Jalen McClish and Terrence Moore.
So Terrence Moore and Jalen McClish will jump here. Curtis Profit had it for a second, stolen by Brian Weber, throws it to the baseline. Here's Mike Barnes, and he jams that home. Mike Barnes cuts the lead to 6, or 5 rather. Curtis Profit, guarded by Wilson. Ayangma spins. Murdoch in the left corner, a 3, and that's too strong. Back the other way is Wilson. Marquise Wilson finds Jalen McClish. Two teams trading misses from behind the arc. Darren Lee into the front court. He goes all the way in and then hammers that home with the left hand. Darren Lee's got 12. Lead back to 7 for the Wizards. Minute 35 to go in the quarter. Jalen McClish, top of the key. Brian Weber's 3 is too strong. Weber intercepts that from Terrence Moore, but then Moore won the battle on the floor. Good back check there by Parker Austin. He got all the way back in the play and got to a loose ball. He tries to drive into the front court, trying to go coast to coast, and he's arguing with the referee. Thought he was hit on the hand. Yeah, no call there. Wizards will keep the basketball. Curtis Profit Jr. with it for the Wizards. Guarded by Parker Austin. Kamate Kenny drives baseline. Connor underneath the hoop. Couldn't get that to Ayangma. 2-on-2 the other way. McClish. That runner didn't go in the layup chance. And now Austin is going to get a frustration foul. So he grabbed DJ Jones from behind. It's one of those frustration fouls that you take because calls aren't going your way. And it looks like Andrew Miller will come into the game for Parker Austin. So DJ Jones from the free throw line. No good for DJ. Jones is 1 for 3 from the line. Austin will come out. Miller back in. Jones makes the second. He's 2 for 4. Under a minute to go in the half. McClish to Wilson. Up and under, off the glass and in for Marquise Wilson. His first 2 points. 61-55 Wizards. And Murdoch takes the ball into the lane and he's fouled. Andrew Miller, his second personal foul. So June Murdoch will head to the free throw line. First one is good for June. 2 for 3 from the line today. Came into the game again 85% from behind the free throw line. Second one is no good for June. 2 for 4 now from the line. June's got 11 points. Barnes into the front court for the Twisters. McClish, Jalen went off the top of the backboard from the left corner, and That's no good. Excuse me, from the right corner. Curtis Profit with 25 to go in this half. There's about a 2-second difference between the shot and game clock. DJ Jones behind over there to Cavante Kenny in traffic, and he's able to knock that one in. Cavante Kenny makes it 64-55. Wizards able to cause a turnover near the timeline, but the ball will be back over to the Wizards. And the Twisters coach upset with the officiating here. Thought that was a reach-in foul. 7 seconds to go here in the half. DJ Jones inbounds, 6 to go. Murdoch, he'll pop a long three. That's well short. And it goes out of bounds back to the Twisters with 2.5 seconds left. So Brian Weber will inbound. Throws it all the way down the floor. That's intercepted here by Ayangba. And Kenny will try and take a shot for the logo, and that was way short. Not sure it would have counted anyways. And we get halftime coming up. 64-55 Wizards at the half. We'll be back after this here from the Garvey Center with the halftime stats. Stay tuned.
but adult classes too. You can like and
All right,
follow
everyone,
us
here are
at
your
Empire
halftime
Running Center
stats
on Facebook.
for the Twisters. Leading the way is Mike
Fans,
Barnes.
here are your leading scorers at halftime for the Twisters.
He's got
Kevin
13.
Marin and Andrew Miller, each with 9.
Andrew
Parker
Miller
Austin, 10.
and Marin with
Mike
10.
Barnes, 13. For the Wizards,
Brian Weber
Terrence
with
Ford,
3.
10.
Parker Austin
June
again with
Murdoch
10
and
points.
Devontae
2 for
Kinney,
2 from
each
the
with
line.
11.
Jeremiah
And
May
leading
is
scorers at halftime,
2 for
Karen
6 from
Lee
the
with
free throw
14.
line. He's got 4. Marquise Wilson with 2. For the Wichita Wizards, leading the way is Darren Lee. He's got 14 points. He's 2 for 4 from the line. He's got 6 from the floor. Cavante Kenny with 11. Terrence Moore has 10. Poppy Conley with 2, both from the charity stripe. He's 2 for 2 from the line. Curtis Profit Jr., 5 points. June Murdoch with 11. He's 2 for 4 from the line. Steph Ayangma, 9 points. He's 2 for 3 from the line. DJ Jones with 2 points. Both are from the charity stripe.
Get ready to shoot.
So that is a look at the stats here in this contest. Again, the last game the Wizards played was on the 19th in this facility. They won back-to-back games against Fort Riley and the Oklahoma City Kings. They won against Oklahoma 131-108 and beat Fort Riley 130-116. After tonight, the Wizards will be on the road next week at Tri-State to take on the 66ers, and will return here on June the 15th to take on the Servants. We'll take another break. Back after this as we get closer to the end of halftime. Once again, the Wizards have a 64-55 lead at the half.
and Darren Lee. Third quarter possession arrow, Central Kansas.
Welcome back here as we get ready for the start of the second half of play. The Wichita Wizards lead this game 64-55. And magically, out of nowhere, another official has just entered the building. So we have 3 referees now. We started with 2, and now we have 3. Not sure where he came from, but I'm sure the players on the floor will enjoy having another set of eyes as the Twisters will start with the basketball moving from our left to right. Andrew Miller trying to drive all the way down the lane, gets around June Murdoch and gets the first bucket of the half.
Corner.
Poppy Conley to the corner, Murdoch. Conley back to June, left corner, 3-ball too strong. Brian Weber with a rebound up the far sideline, and Poppy Conley got his leg in the passing lane. The ball is out of bounds. 64-57. Wizards on top. Ball is inbounded. Parker Austin catches that over Poppy Conley, and then Marin trying to get to a loose ball. That's intercepted. Here comes Murdoch the other way. Murdoch, finger roll, and he's fouled and scores. June Murdoch. After it appeared as if Parker Austin was going to score that, and then the Twisters threw the ball away. Terrence Moore able to get that up the floor, and June Murdoch, who's got 13, will go for the and one. And that one is good. So June's got 14 points, back to a 10-point Wizards lead. Andrew Miller, and he throws the ball away as he and Parker Austin not on the same page, so the Wizards get it back. Unforced error by the Twisters. Early here in the second half, Conley to Murdoch. Alley-oop, trying to get that to Anyangma on the baseline, and Steph is able to catch that and puts it right back up and makes it 69-57 Wizards. Andrew Miller, 3-ball from the top of the key, no good. Darren Lee able to get to a rebound, and he's fouled from behind by Brian Weber.
Foul is on the Twisters, Parker Austin, his 4th personal.
Well, they called on Parker Austin. I thought that was Brian Weber. So that's Parker Austin's 4th personal foul. And the Wizards get the ball back. Anyangma underneath. And Steph hammers that with 2 hands. And the Wizards off to a strong start. 6-2 to open the quarter. And now Andrew Miller trying to drive into the lane, and he's fouled on the arm. That's Terrence Moore's second personal foul. 71-57. Weber inbounds. Austin up top. Guarded by Poppy Conley. Gets around him. Left-handed runner, and he floats it in. Nice move there by Parker Austin. Avoided the contact and was able to take it right to the rim. The Wizards have the basketball. Up 71-59. Terrence Moore gets around. Andrew Miller got hacked on the arm, and he makes it. And gets fouled. Terrence Moore with 12. Andrew Miller with a hard foul right there, and he puts Terrence Moore at the line for the and one. That is way short there from Terrence. That's his first attempt from the line. And now it's Parker Austin. Floater in the lane. Darren Lee hacked on the arm from behind, no call. Lee will drive up the middle of the floor over to Murdoch, and that is stripped there by Kevin Marin. Looked like he might have got Murdoch on the shoulder. Anyangma getting back defensively. Marin trying to drive into the lane, and he knocks it out of bounds, but the Wizards get the ball. Looked like that ball went off of a Wizards' hand, but they're going to keep it here with the Wichita Wizards. So the Wizards with the basketball up 73-59. Here's Poppy Conley down the lane. A beautiful move there by Poppy Conley. His first bucket from the floor. He's got 4. And the Twisters call a timeout. We get a full timeout here as Wichita entered halftime on top, 67 to 50, or 65 to 57. It was a 9-point Wizards lead at halftime, and they've extended the lead to 75-59. So a media timeout. Wichita Wizards basketball is presented by the Empire Performing Arts Center, Jersey's Elite Cleaning, Evolve, Pod Printing, Key to Touch Massage Therapy, Nakia Richard, Beautified Salon and Boutique, Max Lab Training, and Cargill. .9:30 to go here in the third quarter. Sorry about that, folks. I was just confirming the halftime score, in fact, was 64-55. So it was a 9-point Wizards lead, and they've come out here and outscored the Twisters 11-4 to begin this quarter. Twisters have the basketball. Miller, one-on-one against Murdoch. Jump stop, pulls up. Good for Andrew Miller. Andrew Miller was homeschooled. Don't see a lot of that in this area, but he's been pretty active so far. Here's Terrence Moore, turnaround, gets it out to the wing. Murdoch drives. Darren Lee, a hook shot, didn't fall. Rebound there to Terrence Moore, and he puts it home. And Terrence Moore's got 14. 77-61. There's Parker Austin, drives into the lane as he tried to go coast to coast, but Darren Lee rejected that one out of bounds. 77-61. In favor of Wichita. Brian Weber will inbounds. Mike Barnes with a turnover. Poppy Conley steps away from Kevin Marin, throws it up ahead. Darren Lee and his foot's on the sideline. They caught it underneath the basket. Unfortunately, lost sight of where he was. Ball back over to the Twisters. So Andrew Miller will try and carry into the front court. Miller's got 13. Between the rings against Murdoch. Looking for a high ball screen. Darren Lee steps in front of that. Gets through the defense. Behind the back pass to Murdoch. Pops the three. No good. Ayangma tips the rebound to himself. Poppy Conley wanted to take the three. Bounce pass underneath to Cavante Kenny, and he's hammered from behind. And a foul on the Twisters. And it's Andrew Miller, his 4th personal foul. So 77-61, Cavante to the line. And this is his first attempt from the charity stripe. Cavante came into the half with 11 points. He's 0 for 1 as he missed that one. He's 50% from the line this year. In his one contest for the Wizards, is 3 for 6 from the line so far this season before the game. And he makes that one. So now he is 4 for 8. Back into the basketball game is McClish. Gets it to Jeremiah May behind the back to the lane. And the right-handed layup is good for Jeremiah May. Nice move as he went behind the back, got through the traffic down the lane. Murdoch, Kenny Cavante trying to step around the defender. Initially that was blocked, picked up his own loose ball. Out to Murdoch with a three, good! June Murdoch! He's got 6 in the third quarter, makes it 81-63. Parker Austin to Weber. No look pass, trying to get that down low to Jalen McClish, and it was out of bounds. So the ball back to the Wizards. 81-63 Wichita. 7:27 to go third quarter. Darren Lee will leave it to Murdoch in the backcourt. Over the timeline. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Ayangma down low. The runner didn't fall there for Kenny. Weber got a rebound, finds Mike Barnes. Twisters back into a zone. And now Parker Austin will trigger a three. That was way short. Parker Austin no good from behind the arc. Makes it 81-63. And the Twisters will stay in a 3-2 zone. Darren Lee, top of the key. Fronted here. Now it's actually a 1-3-1 zone. My mistake. Here's a three ball again from Murdoch. And that is good. June Murdoch makes it 84-63. Largest lead of the game at 21. Jeremiah May between a double team to Barnes. Cross the court. Long three. Weber. That's no good. Darren Lee trying to get the transition going. Here's Ayangma, and he runs right into the defender, and that's a foul on Steph Ayangma.
Foul is on the Wizards. Steph Ayangma, his first personal.
And that's Steph's first personal foul. 6:18 to go in the third. 84-63. High ball screen. They get it out top for Barnes. Catches long three. That's too strong. Weber tries to get to the rebound. It came free over to Murdoch. Across the court to Lee. Alley-oop. Kenny, and he was just short. DJ Jones throws it off the shoulder of Mike Barnes, and the Wizards will keep the basketball. And the Wizards will call a timeout here. So with 5:59 to go in the third quarter, 84-63, Wichita will take a timeout as well. We'll be back after this. We're back here at the Garvey Center on the campus of Friends University in Wichita, where the Wichita Wizards have a 84-63 lead on top of the Central Kansas Twisters. Twisters have only scored 4 points in the quarter, and Wichita's outscored them 20-4 in the third. Coming out of the halftime, the Wizards being very aggressive. One thing that I've noticed since starting to call these games is head coach Johnny Murdoch likes to get in transition, doesn't want that defense to get set. Anytime they get a rebound, they'll already throw it up the court. They're not taking their time and waiting for the Twisters to get back defensively. June Murdoch will inbounds. That was deflected, and then Darren Lee knocked that pass down from Weber, and it's going to stay here with the Twisters. Parker Austin will inbounds. Jeremiah May over the timeline. Almost ran into Darren Lee with an elbow. Brian Weber drives into the lane. Turnaround jumper on the baseline. Rebound to Cavante Kenny off the miss. 3-on-2 in transition. Here's Murdoch with a three from the near wing, and that's too strong. Darren Lee with the rebound, but he threw it away. He thought he had Cavante Kenny there. Jeremiah May gets the outlet pass, and that is a travel on Jeremiah May. Well, we had a wild back and forth, but some errant passes for both teams. Wizards' Curtis Profit Jr. fakes at the top of the key, gets near the left elbow, blocked by Mike Barnes. A crossover to Jalen McClish. Stolen by DJ Jones. 3-out-of-1 for the Wizards. Jones to Murdoch. Right-handed runner, and the layup is good. It's for June Murdoch. 86-63 Wichita. Parker Austin across to Weber in the left corner. Three. That's too strong. DJ Jones gets to the rebound. Darren Lee will slow things down for Wichita. 4:48 to go in the third quarter. Curtis Profit in the front court. Top of the key now for Darren Lee. He'll take a three. That's off the mark for Darren Lee. Doesn't take a ton of three balls. And actually, that's Darren's first three attempt of the season. Parker Austin back the other way and a turnaround near the rim, and he puts it in. Parker Austin's got four in the third quarter, makes it 86-65. June Murdoch looks like he wants to take the three, baiting Jeremiah May to come over, and this is over to Profit. His three is good from the top of the key. And now Mike Barnes quickly ahead on a long outlet pass, and he hits a layup. Barnes, who led the Twisters in scoring, that's his first 2 points of the third. In the lane, off the glass, and good from Curtis Profit. He's got 5.5, now 10 points for Curtis Profit. 91-67. Twisters, and we're going to get a traveling violation called here on Brian Weber. Parker Austin better be careful. He's unhappy with the official. Kind of had the ball and rolled it away from him, and might have been called for a technical there. So the Wizards get the ball back with 3:39 to go in this third quarter. 91-67 Wichita. Terrence Moore back into the game. Curtis Profit. Moore. That bounce pass is blocked. Went out of bounds off of Brayshawn Barber's arm, and the ball will stay here with the Wizards. 15 on the shot clock. 3:30 to go in the quarter. Profit. Crossover. He's got a man wide open underneath the hoop. It's Daniel Moose. And Moose lays it off the glass. His first two of the game. Makes it 93-67 for Wichita. Parker Austin tries to step through a double team. It goes off of a foot right to Brayshawn Barber. Barber then doubled again at the free throw line. He gets around two defenders and right to the lane. That rebound or layup was no good. Quick pass up the floor, and then Cavante Kenny, the recipient of that long outlet pass, and he scores to make it 95-67. Jeremiah May picks his dribble up, gets it over to Parker Austin on the sideline, and looks like that might be a foul call, and it is against DJ Jones.
Foul is on the Wizards, DJ Jones. His first
That's DJ Jones' first personal foul. Team foul number 2 against the Wizards here in the third. 2:43 third quarter. Parker Austin, nice little runner, didn't go. He's able to get into the lane. Now he looks at his arm thinking he was fouled. There's Terrence Moore back the other way. That was too strong off the glass. And the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wizards. 2:32 third quarter. 95-67 Wizards with the lead. Inbounding here to Cavante Kenny. Leans in the defender. Fadeaway didn't go. Terrence Moore with a rebound. Brayshawn Barber grabs that loose ball. Back the other way for Parker Austin. Didn't pull the trigger on a three. Gets it across. This time it's McClish. That didn't go. Parker Austin underneath the hoop, and he's hacked on the arm in a shooting angle, and That will result in a foul against the Wizards.
Foul is on the Wizards, Daniel Moose, his first personal, team's third. At the line for the Twisters.
So Daniel Moose with a personal foul. Third personal of the quarter for the Wizards. Austin to the line. Parker Austin, he's 3 for 3 from the charity stripe.
Entering the Wizard lineup, Steph Youngma.
And he makes it 95-68. That's just the 7th point of the quarter so far for the Twisters. And he makes the second. He's 4 for 4 from the line. Curtis Profit Jr. up the far sideline. Little hesitation, gets it to a Youngma. Bounce pass, tries to go between defenders, and he scores! And fouled on the play, Steph Youngma. He's got 6 here in the third quarter. And it's Brayshawn Barber with the foul. 97-69 Wizards. And that one is off the front rim, no good from Steph. Well, apparently that will not count. It's a free throw violation on Wichita. So the and one doesn't count. Parker Austin in the front court, turnaround through the lane, too soft off the front rim. Wichita is able to get the rebound. That should have been a foul as Curtis Profit got caught right across the chin. Brayshawn Barber back the other way. Creates a steal from behind. Ball is loose. Jalen McClish unable to get that to Barber, who couldn't hold on to the pass. McClish gets to his own loose ball. Out to Kevin Merritt. Parker Austin fakes, turn around, and that's good with the right hand.
Parker Austin for 2.
Makes it 97-71 with 1:19 to go in the quarter. Cavante Kenny will fire from behind the arc. That's no good. Parker Austin with a rebound into the front court. Caught in a triple team. Gets it to McClish. Brian Weber left wing. Steps behind the three-point line. That was no good. And then we get a foul called. Pushing from behind on Kevin Merritt.
Foul is on the Twisters, Kevin Merritt, his second personal.
Merritt's second personal foul. And 1:01 to go in the quarter. This was a close game throughout the first half, but the Wizards jumped out to a 24 run to begin the third quarter. Now this apparently will be a shooting foul.
Line for the Wizards in the bonus, shooting 2, Curtis.
Because the Wizards are in the bonus. That was team foul number 5 against the Twisters. So Curtis Profit Jr., this is his first from behind the line. And that is good as it hit the front iron and then off the glass.
Mike Barnes and Marquise Wilson.
Curtis Profit Jr. from behind the charity stripe, 81.8% this season. Makes it 98-71. Profit. And that one is right down. Makes it 99-71. He's 2 for 2 from the line. Marquise Wilson enters the game, gets it over here to Jalen McClish. And we're going to have a officials timeout because Parker Austin is injured between the rings. Not sure exactly where that came from. He's having a hard time of staying on his feet. So the head coach of the Twisters comes over to talk to him. That was away from the ball, so I did not see exactly what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, Parker Austin.
And Parker Austin looks like he is okay. He's going to gingerly walk over to the bench.
The Twisters lineup, Brendan McClish.
So the McClish brothers are both on the floor right now. Brendan and Jalen. Jalen is number 5, Brendan number 11. Kevin Marinol inbound, gets it to Jalen McClish. Marquise Wilson from the far wing, and he drills a 3.
Marquise Wilson.
99-74. Moose into the front court. DJ Jones from the right elbow. That's good for DJ Jones. His first bucket from the floor makes it 101-74. Brendan McClish over the logo. Caught in a double team on the far sideline. Stolen here by Daniel Moose. Bounce pass up top. And that feed from Anyangma to Kamante Kinney was stolen. Now the Twisters transition back the other way. Trying to go all the way to the rim was Jalen McClish, and he's going to hack DJ Jones on the arm. In frustration.
Fouls on the Twisters, Jalen McClish. His first personal.
So Jalen McClish, first personal foul that
At the line for the Wizards,
will put
the bonus.
DJ Jones to the line. Again, the Twisters with 16 fouls, so just the bonus for DJ Jones. He's 2 for 4 from the line. First one is no good. Apparently he's going to have 2 shots from the charity stripe. I thought the PA announcer just said just the bonus, not the double bonus, but DJ Jones will get another chance. And that one is good for DJ Jones. So DJ is 3 for 6 from behind the line. 14 seconds to go in the corner. McClish is triple teamed, and then DJ Jones steps in front of a pass and almost stole that from Jalen McClish. And DJ is barking over at the Twisters bench. 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Kevin Marin inbounds just over the arm of there, DJ Jones. And that pass down low was tipped out of bounds by Curtis Profit. So it'll stay here with the Twisters. Kevin Marin trying to inbound that, and it hit Daniel Moose in the leg. Twisters get another chance to inbounds with 5.9 seconds left. Thrown out top. Here's a 3. Jalen McClish, and that's good for Jalen McClish. Makes it 102-77. And that shot at the buzzer is not going to count there from Daniel Moose. So we head to the fourth quarter with a 102-77 lead here for the Wizards. Take a break, back after this as we get in between quarter intermission entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back your Wichita Lady Wizards and Empire Performing Arts Center. Wichita Lady Wizards and Empire Performing Arts Center.
The Lady Wizards and Empire Performing Arts Center providing some between quarter intermission entertainment. As we come out of the timeout with the Wizards on top, 102-77. They'll inbounds to our right. Twisters have not left their huddle yet. Wizards will come out with Poppy Conley, DJ Jones, Darren Lee, June Murdoch, and Terrence Moore. Kevin Marin, Brendan McClish, Jalen McClish, Mike Barnes, and Marquise Wilson on the floor here for the Twisters. Terrence Moore is going to inbounds. Poppy Conley is guarded here by Marquise Wilson. Still waiting for the and one. And finally the referee allows the inbounds. Conley will get that back over to Terrence Moore. Of course, Terrence Moore, back in his high school days, led his Heights High School team with Perry Ellis to a couple of state titles. He'll catch on the left wing, drives the baseline, up and under, and he hits that. His 6th point of the second half, makes it 104-77. Kevin Merritt trying to get that to Brendan McClish, catches and works back out here on the wing, guarded by Murdoch. Long three, Wilson up top. That's off the side of the rim, no good, and it's out of bounds. And back over to the Wizards. 11:19 to go in this fourth quarter. Darren Lee will bring it into the front court. And the Twisters in a zone. Here's an alley-oop there, Conley to Lee. Poppy Conley finds Darren Lee behind the defense and slips it in. Marquise Wilson into the left corner. Out to McClish. Jalen catches from his brother. Floats in the lane. Back over to Brendan at the left elbow, and he misses that jumper. Darren Lee gets the rebound in front of Mike Barnes. June Murdoch up ahead. He's got a wide open Inyangma, who was guarded by Marin and somehow was able to get that to go. He was hacked on the arm, kept with it, and put the bucket in, his 8th of the half.
On the Twisters, Kevin Marin, his 3rd personal team's first. At the line for the Wizards, shooting one, Steph Inyangma.
10 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the quarter. Inyangma with the and one. And Steph hits that one. He's now 3 for 4 from the line. Terrence Moore trying to steal that on the inbounds pass, and it's knocked out of bounds. Back over to the Twisters. 109-77. Wizards on top. 10:35 fourth quarter. Kevin Marin looking for an inbounds pass. Gets it to Andrew Miller. Miller slips through a double team, picks his dribble up. He's in the front court, finds Mike Barnes, trying to get that back over to Miller, catches it off the floor, gets it back here to McClish. Brendan will trigger a three off the side rim, no good. And the ball's out of bounds. Back over here to the Wizards. 10-16 fourth quarter. June Murdoch into the front court, up the far sideline. Tries to get that to Terrence Moore. Terrence had a chance maybe to lay that up. They work it across, and now a three from the wing from Murdoch. Ball was up in the air and taken by Mike Barnes here for the Wizards. Poppy Conley coming from behind, knocked that out of bounds onto the hands of Mike Barnes. So they'll stay here with the Twisters. Marquise Wilson will inbounds on the far sideline. Trying to get an alley-oop to Barnes, and he misses an easy bunny on that opportunity. And now the Wizards get the ball back as we're under 10 minutes left here in the quarter. Terrence Moore between defenders. Out to the wing for Murdoch from Inyangma. And now Darren Lee, a touch pass. Can't get that to Steph. Has it here in the near corner, one-on-one against the defender, and had to heave up a shot at the end of the shot clock, and it hit the top of the backboard, and it's out of bounds. So a shot clock violation here on the Wizards with 9:30 to go here in the fourth. Andrew Miller guarded by June Murdoch. Now he's in a double team, and it's going to be thrown out of bounds. Almost caught that in my broadcast location, but thanks to Parker Austin, he saved me from having to make a play on the ball. So the ball goes back to the Wizards. Parker Austin back into the game. He's got 4. Poppy Conley with the basketball. To the corner. Murdoch to the block. Darren Lee trying to drive on the baseline. And he was fouled on the arm. In frustration, he went up and hammered one home. Of course, that will not count. It's Kevin Marin's fourth personal foul. That will put Darren Lee at the line. Wizards up 109-77. Darren makes the first. He is 3 for 5 from the line here in this game. Cavante Kenny back into the game for the Wizards. Second one is good from Darren Lee. So Darren's got 18 points, and he intercepts that ball. Comes up on a 2-on-2. That alley-oop was a little out of the way, out of the reach of Cavante Kenny, but Kenny caught the ball anyways and put it in. And now it's Wilson. Darren Lee with an intercept into the front court. Beautiful move there from Terrence Moore. Couldn't get the runner to go, but a reverse play from Murdoch. As he fouled it up and scores. June Murdoch makes it 115-77, but Kevin Marin back the other way, and his first bucket of the half makes it 115-79. Murdoch to Terrence Moore. Terrence Moore hits that layup, makes it a 117-79. Poppy Conley getting back defensively on Parker Austin. Caught in a double team, and then he gets tripped on the play. And they're calling a kick ball. So it'll stay with the Twisters. 8:17 to go in this fourth quarter. 117-79. Wizards with the lead. Brian Weber back into the game. Finds Andrew Miller. He'll pull a three. And it looked like a foul on the play. See who they're going to call this against.
Foul is on the Wizards. Terrence Moore, his third personal, team's first.
Terrence will be called for the personal foul, so Terrence's third personal. Andrew Miller will have a chance for three from the line. First one was in and out, no good. This is his first trip to the line for Andrew Miller. Second one is right through. He's got 14, makes it 117-80. And his second one is down and good. So 117-81, Wizards on top. Darren Lee will dribble into the front court, guarded by Parker Austin. That pass intended for June Murdoch, and it's going to go out of bounds off Murdoch. Wizards bench thought it went off of Andrew Miller, but Twisters get it back. Andrew Miller will step up in front of a double team. Now Barnes at the free throw line, and his teardrop falls. Mike Barnes has got 17. Here's Cavante Kenny. Spins out of the pressure from Parker Austin. Terrence Moore picked up his dribble. That was knocked out of his hands, and they're going to call a double dribble. Double dribble on Terrence Moore. It was knocked out of his hands, but the ball didn't hit the floor yet. He caught it, and unfortunately they blew the whistle. Andrew Miller, one-on-one against June Murdoch, gets around and goes all the way down the lane and scores. Andrew Miller makes it a 117-85. Poppy Conley crossed over to Murdoch. Took a little body there at the right elbow, a steal. There's an alley-oop attempt. Austin to Miller, and Andrew Miller puts it in. He's got 8.5. And the Twisters are trying to cut into this lead. Darren Lee out to Cavante Kenny. Kenny caught on the baseline, takes a step right to the hoop, got his own rebound. That didn't go. And the ball is out of bounds. Looks like it went off Mike Barnes, so it'll stay here with the Wizards. Poppy Conley inbounds to June Murdoch. He'll trigger a three. That didn't fall. Conley's going to be called for a loose ball foul as he tried to get to that. Ran into Andrew Miller from the right elbow, extended to his right about 3 feet. Poppy Conley's first personal. And team foul number 2. Andrew Miller to the far wing for Brian Weber. Long rebound is picked up and thrown up the floor. Here's Darren Lee, and he hammers home the right-handed jam. Terrence Moore, a beautiful play, caught that off the rim, threw it up the floor, and then hesitating and finding Darren Lee down the lane there. And now it's June Murdoch intercepting a pass. Here's Kamate Kenny, and he tries to bounce it off the floor to himself. Then Darren Lee gets fouled there by Parker Austin. That's his 5th. Kamate Kenny tried to bounce that off the floor, alley-ooping that to himself, and unfortunately he couldn't hit it. And a timeout here from Central Kansas to make it a full media timeout with 6:11 to go in this game. 119-87 in favor of the Wizards. Again, the Wizards had a lead after the quarter. Just trying to find it on the Wizards Facebook page. I should have wrote it down, but it was above 20 points. And unfortunately, the Twisters have tried to fight back into this basketball game. So out of the media timeout, it'll be Wizards basketball. And to the free throw line is Darren Lee. 20 points in this game. He is 3 for 6 from the line, and he makes that first one. My mistake, he's now 5 for 7 from the charity stripe. 120-87. And that second one is no good for Darren Lee. He's got 21 points to lead the way right now as Andrew Miller trying to drive between defenders, gets through a double team over to Brian Weber. Weber's alley-oop pass found its way to Mike Barnes, and Barnes, even with a defender underneath him, was able to get to a loose ball and puts it in. Poppy Conley, good ball fake, drives, gets that to Darren Lee on the baseline, and he hammers that one with the right hand. Darren Lee with 3 right-handed left-handed dunks so far here in this game. And now Mike Barnes gets to a loose ball. Andrew Miller trying to go up and under. That was blocked. June Murdoch with a quick pass ahead, finding Poppy Conley, and he lays that in. And makes it 124-89. And we get a officials timeout. 124-89 Wizards.
This will serve as the media timeout.
And it looks like this is going to serve as a media timeout, so we'll keep it. We'll take a break. No, now they're telling everybody to get off the floor. I thought it was a media timeout, but apparently not the case. They were going to have the media timeout contest that they were going to do, and the officials told them to get off the floor. .5:18 to go in this fourth quarter. 124-89 in favor of the Wizards. Actually, they are going to have this contest, so we'll take a break. We'll be back after this.
Get set and go. next on the list. Oh, he's going for the three-pointer. Just a bit outside. One layup in the hoop so far. Two more shots have got to go in. We're running out of time. 5 more seconds to put the ball in the hoop. You still need a free throw. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yes, we have a winner with 3 and 30 from Spangles. Pick up your winnings at the score.
Thank you to Spangles for sponsoring that media timeout contest as we're about ready to get back here to play. 124-89. Wizards with the lead.
Congratulations to Mason, our winner with
Mason wins the free Spangles gift card. Out of the media timeout, it'll be the same 5 that were on the floor for Wichita.
Jersey's Elite Cleaning isn't just a sponsor, they're hardcore fans. Jersey's
Like we have to have some court maintenance as there's some, not sure if that's water or blood that's on the floor.
Isn't just about the ice, it's about relieving joint and muscle pain, getting better sleep, detox.
So we have a delay right now before we can
Through many different therapies.
get this free throw.
Visit iCryo.com and find your pain solution today.
20
If you like great bar food and cold
to 4 run to open the third quarter for the Wizards.
this cozy pub is Wichita's home for
Been able to
high-priced pizza
keep this
every Friday.
20-point gap for the most part, but
Wizard there.
Twisters starting to make a little bit of a run to begin the fourth quarter.
As play resumes, ball awarded to the Twisters on the sideline.
So the Twisters will get the ball to inbound. The Wizards were looking to see whether or not that would have been a inbounds here on the other side. Inbounds thrown over to Mike Barnes. Barnes missed the initial shot, and then Wilson got fouled.
At the line for the Twisters, shooting 2, Marquise.
And I could not tell who the foul was against for Wichita. I think it was Poppy Conley, but we'll double check that. And so now it's Marquise Wilson to the line. This is his first trip, and he makes it.
DJ Jones and Steph Olumba.
And the Wizards' lead is down to
Replacing Terrence Moore and
34.
Poppy Conley.
Marquise Wilson in and out. And the Wizards get to the loose ball. It's Cavante Kenny into the front court, guarded by Parker Austin. Cross to June Murdoch. Trying to get that to Kenny in the lane, finding Darren Lee, and he lays it in. Darren Lee has been almost unstoppable in this game. He's got 11 points here in the half, 25 in the game. Brian Weber out top, above the free throw line, missed the jumper. Rebound to Kenny. Quick pass ahead. Over the shoulder catch. Darren Lee somehow was able to gain some room, and he put it off the glass, but it did not fall for him. Now it's Wilson. Stops and takes a 5-footer, no good, off the front rim. DJ Jones for Kenny. Almost traveled, gets into the lane, and he puts it in. Cavante Kenny, then he thought he was fouled. And now June Murdoch runs right into Parker Austin on a long throw up the floor, knocked him down. And that will be June's third personal foul. 4:13 to go here in the fourth quarter. 128-90, Wizards on top. Brian Weber will inbound. Parker Austin with a long three, and he drills it.
Parker Austin for three.
Parker Austin with 21 points. Former Wizard guard. Here's Wichita's Cavante Kenny turning around on the baseline. He caught that below and was able to spin around to get it off the glass and good. Parker Austin back the other way. Brian Weber. Parker Austin guarded by Murdoch. Into the block. Barnes backing Ayangma in. Weber top of the key. No look pass. That's intercepted. A runner the other way. Darren Lee all the way back, and he lays it in. Darren Lee is fifth bucket from the floor here in the half. 3:18 to go fourth quarter. 132-93. Jalen McClish, no look pass. There's Barnes at the free throw line. That was too strong. There's Cavante Kenny. Alley-oop to Darren Lee, and another jam for Darren. Darren Lee with another two-handed slam. And now a foul's going to be called here. Darren Lee. That's his first personal of the game. 2:55 left.
At the line for the Twisters in the bonus, shooting to Jalen McClish.
So Jalen McClish in the bonus. He'll head to the line. It's under 3 to go in the quarter. 134-93. And McClish makes the first.
Entering the Twister lineup, Kevin Barron.
That's his first trip to the line here in this game.
Daniel Moose, replacing Darren Lee and June Murdoch.
So Profit and Moose into the game. Murdoch and Lee are out for Wichita. Second attempt for McClish. And he is 2 for 2. He's got 5. Wichita has been in control of this game, and a lot of it is because of their transition defense, stealing the ball and throwing it up the floor. Here's Kevin Marin trying to catch a long outlet pass, tracks it down to the baseline, gets it to McClish, and he floats one in from the lane. Makes it 134-97. Daniel Moose, that fading away is blocked, got it over here to Ayangma. Cavante Kenny with a fadeaway in the lane, and he scores. Cavante Kenny with 11 in the half. Wichita with some pressure on the ball in the front court. Long three, Parker Austin, that's too strong. Barnes got to the rebound. Parker Austin outweights the defense down the lane, and that give and go from Mike Barnes and scores. Makes it 136-99. Daniel Moose for Wichita underneath the hoop. And he had the ball go off his foot, and it's out of bounds. Mike Barnes has it for the Twisters. Minute 48 to go. Jalen McClish, guarded by Curtis Profit, gets around Cavante Kenny, and he draws the foul.
Foul is on the Wizards. Cavante Kenny, his fourth personal.
That's Cavante's fourth.
At the line for the Twisters, shooting two, Jalen McClish.
So Jalen McClish back to the line. First one is good. He's 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. Second one is good as well. He's 4 for 4. He's got 9 points. 136-101. Wizards by 35. Cavante Kenny, Euro step. Profit on the baseline. Into the lane, Ayangba, and they lost the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Long outlet pass. And this three from Barnes is off the mark. DJ Jones, and it'll be awarded the ball underneath the Wizards hoop, as I thought it might have touched DJ there on the baseline, but the official was right there. Curtis Profit into the front court, pulls up his dribble, gives it over to Ayangba. He'll pop a three. That was off the mark, too short, but DJ Jones picks up the rebound and scores. Makes it a 138-101. Jalen McClish tries to drive all the way into the lane, and that almost toilet bowled in, but we get a whistle here with under a minute to go in the contest. Curtis Profit Jr. is second personal of the game. Will put Jalen McClish back to the line. McClish is 4 for 4, all of those coming in this quarter. And that's his first miss from the line. McClish. That one up and good. So he is 5 for 6 from the charity stripe. DJ Jones, right elbow, spins around, gets it to Daniel Moose. He'll pull up, and that one's good for Daniel Moose. His fourth point. Both of those coming in this quarter. The Wizards will improve to 8-0 on the season. Twisters commit a turnover. Ball back to the Wizards with 41.2 left. 140-102 Wizards. Interesting to note that Wichita is missing Darius Roy and Brian Mockabee, two of their leading scorers, as Curtis Profit tried to drive the lane. He had that one knocked away. There's Austin all the way in, and Parker Austin scores on the layup. It's 140-104 with 28 seconds left. And Daniel Moose runs into Parker Austin, and he's going to be whistled for a foul. Daniel Moose didn't appreciate that pressure from Parker Austin, and Wichita will inbounds here. The Twisters will inbounds. Weber finding Kevin Moran. That's stolen by Cavante Kenny, and it goes out of bounds. Cavante Kenny stepping in that area and knocked it hard off his hand and almost hit one of the fans over there in that front row. 21 seconds to go in this quarter. 140-104. Wizards in control. And another ball will go out of bounds back to the Twisters. Off of Daniel Moose. You can see that neither one of these teams wants to slow down their pressure, even though the game is well out of reach. Jalen McClish in the left corner. He'll pop a three, and he's called for a foul. That was Curtis Profit who is whistled for the foul. So Curtis Profit looked like he got kicked right in the groin area. as he went up for the 3 ball.
That's fine, right? They get 5 or 6.
So it'll be a free throw here for McClish, who's now 6 for 7 from the line. 12 seconds to go in the game. McClish, and that one is good again. Gets one more chance. Again, he was fouled taking a 3-pointer. And his last attempt is in and out. Cavante Kenny with the rebound. Kenny trying to drive up the floor, and he's fouled there by McClish.
Foul is on the Twisters, Jalen McClish. His second
8 seconds to go in this basketball game. 140-106.
Ball awarded to the Wizards.
And another blowout win for the Wizards. Ball is inbounded here to Profit. Gets it over to Cavante Kenny. He'll hold. Parker Austin trying to steal this. And that will do it. Well, Wichita Wizards, after being down in the first quarter, USA 20-4 run in the third quarter, and never looked back as they walk out with a 140-106 victory. We'll tally up the stats. Stay with us. We'll be back after this. Well, here's the final totals for you folks, and then we'll end today's broadcast. For the Twisters, they were led by Parker Austin. Austin went 4 for 4 from the line, 24 points in total. Mike Barnes had 19 along with Andrew Miller. Andrew Miller went 2 for 3 from the line. Mike Barnes, again, 19 points. He had 13 of those in the first half. Kevin Marin had 11 points. Brian Weber with 3. Brendan McClish with 3. Marquise Wilson with 6. Jeremiah May with 6. Jalen McClish with 12. For the Wichita Wizards, leading the way was Darren Lee. Darren went 5 for 7 from the line. 5 for 8 from the line, my mistake. 5 for 8 from the line, 29 points in total. June Murdoch had 24. He was 3 for 5 from the line. Terrence Moore had 18 points. Curtis Profit Jr. had 12. Poppy Conley with 6. Steph Ayangma with 18 points. Daniel Moose with 4. DJ Jones with 7. And Cavante Kenny with 12 points for the Wizards. So again, the Wizards improved to 8-0. Twisters are 0-6 on the season. Thanks so much for tuning in here this evening. We'll talk to you our next home game, which again will be on the 15th against the Servants. The Wizards' next game is next Saturday at Tri-State. Once again, the Wizards win here at home over the Central Kansas Twisters. Enjoy the rest of your evening, folks, and take care.